Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, alongside Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And we've got David Aldridge, our Hall of Famer, patrolling the sidelines. All right, a chance to check out stats for Jason Tatum.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Utah, the pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. And it's Collier at the point guard position. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
Pass to Markkanen. Rebounded by the Celtics. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Sexton. And stolen by White. Here's Holiday. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there. Willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Outside, Markkanen. Kessler's setting the pick for Markkanen. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, gobbling up boards is what Kessler does best. Got some points out of that one, too.
Outside, White. Tatum kicks to White. Pass to Brown. Outside, Tatum. From deep. Sexton grabs the board. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Collier, coming off a stellar performance against Washington. 5 to shoot. Let's go. The offensive rebound. Three-pointer, Markkanen gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Well, Markkanen's one of the more efficient, high-volume three-point shooters in the league.
Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
Utah trailing here. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Once again, everyone, your Utah Jazz.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Tatum. Averaging about 27 points per 8 rebounds and 6 assists. But that's just part of the picture. His defensive presence goes beyond the stat sheet.
Yeah, his true impact on the defensive end cannot be measured by stats.
White misses from short range.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Markkanen against Brown. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Three-pointer. And it's White with the rebound. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep. Frames the quick shot.
Tatum.
Tatum's got his third basket of the night.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Brown against Markkanen. Pass to Sexton. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Well, there's the sleight of hand by Sexton, launching quickly.
Sexton against White. Sexton grabs the board. Sexton's got his fourth rebound in this one. Outside, Markkanen. Here's Collier, guarded by Tatum. Lobbed up there for Collins. Stolen by Tatum. White, wide open. He fires. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Caught up with Will Hardy a few minutes ago. We noted how much extra film they're watching heading into this, and one guy that jumped out at them was Kristaps Porzingis. He said scoring over that guy is a challenge. It's not just the size, it's how well he positions himself. And he's a patient shot blocker. He waits for you to make your move. We'll see how they approach it. Kevin?
Thanks, David. They turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz.
Number 00, Jordan Clarkson.
The Celtics with the lead. And here is Tatum. 6 points for him. Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year. He is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
The first free throw is good. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
And so Tatum nails them both. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
Out of your seats when you do broadcast.
With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out east. You take a look at the Celtics. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference.
And, you know, for Boston, they've been ruthless competitors all season long. I mean, they've assured themselves of plenty of home games in the postseason. Let's see if they can take advantage.
Boston on D. It's a three-point game. To the inside. Kessler against Porzingis. Pass to Collier. Markkanen a screen on Holiday. 4 on the clock. And Markkanen throws it down.
So good to see Markkanen using force on his finish.
Holiday surveying the floor. Now Tatum. He's guarded by Collins. At the teardrop. And the basket is good. He's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
And teams getting geared up great for the stretch run. Does that give you extra motivation as a player?
Oh, yes. Seeing that finish line can really help you out down the stretch. As a player, ending the year strong is key, whether you're in the playoff race or in the lottery.
Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Here's Collier. No scoring in this one. In the corner, it's Kessler. Clarkson against White. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to...
Off the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me? That's a big-time move by Jason Tatum. I don't know how many style points you give him on that one.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. To Collins. To the paint. And Kessler throws it down.
Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it home.
Celtics leading by 4. Now Tatum, 13 points in the game. Porzingis with a screen on Collins. The 3 from Tatum. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Passing out of a pick and roll. Tatum's such a good decision maker. You want the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Collins. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Here's Kessler. He can't get that one to fall. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. White the pass to Brown. Outside Holiday. Porzingis looking it over. The second effort. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Jazz trail by 6. Markkanen down low. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Clarkson. A floater. White with the defensive effort.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Now here is Holiday. Celtics passing it around. And here's Tatum for 3. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting. Jazz have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Back to Clarkson. Pass to Markkanen. Fires the 3. Good on the triple. Markkanen's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Jazz.
Markkanen is a shooter. Comes right back down to answer the three on the other end.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to talk to his guys. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
Who wants the T-shirt?
He's checked in for Walker Kessler. Colin Sexton comes in for Collins. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. Here's Hauser. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it's Brown missing. Brown against Clarkson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
That's on Jaylen Brown.
Well, Clarkson's one of those guards who's really good working on the inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And on the season, he's just a shade under 80 from the line. I'll bet he'd like to get that up over that mark.
Free throw good. Clarkson. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Well, what you love about Jordan Clarkson, it doesn't matter if he's starting or coming off the bench, he provides a real scoring punch.
Now, here's Brown. Hasn't made one yet. A fader. Rebounded by the Jazz. Clarkson with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Left side Clarkson. The shot's good.
And savvy inside play by Clarkson, getting himself a look right at the basket.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And that one good from Clarkson.
Yeah, not the most accurate three-point shooter, but Clarkson makes enough to keep you honest.
Here's Pritchard, defended by George. Left side, Brown. And another basket for Boston.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Now, here's George. He's another guy who had a stellar performance in that win against Washington. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. That shot missing.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
My goodness. Brown with the massive throwdown.
Here's Clarkson. Last time, 14 points for him. And the layup's good off the glass. Clarkson's got 9 points.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Pass to Horford. Fires the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
Clarkson with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Jacks up a 3. The shot, no good. And so it's the Boston Celtics with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Jazz trail by 6. On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. Torrey Craig is out there with Horford. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Pritchard in at point guard. Filipowski, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Clarkson scans the floor and is able to see the widest opening they have.
Here's Pritchard. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. Horford the pass to Craig. Now here's Tatum. Defended by Sexton. Tatum's shot is off. Utah's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Pulls it from the elbow. Rebounded by Hauser. Celtics leading by 4. Pass to Pritchard. To the inside. The Celtics working the ball around now. Craig, good.
Look, Tatum draws so much attention. Someone's bound to be open.
Utah's shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Clarkson surveying the floor. Shot's good by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Tatum. Tatum slips by the contact inside.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Driving in. Rebounded by the Celtics. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. Tatum against Sexton. Takes the 3. Filipowski grabs the board.
And I thought that was going to drive. It looked good from here.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 9. Sexton on the wing. Buries it from three-point range. Sexton's got his second basket of the night.
Asserting himself at the arc. Sexton saw his shot and took it without fear.
Tatum passes to Horford. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. They stand the last few decades, we've seen the three become more and more necessary for offenses. Wondering if you think that's a good thing.
Well, it is. And teams not only understand the value of making a lot of three-point shots, but the threat of the three spreads out defenses and actually makes it easier for you to get shots at the rim. So the three is absolutely necessary to be a great offensive team in this league.
Quickly, is the arc too close? Should they move it, maneuver that a little bit?
Well, the skill level is really, really high. I like the suggestion of keeping the arc the same all the way around, which would eliminate the corner three.
Now, here's Clarkson. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Sexton against Tatum. Over Sexton. Rebound, Utah. Lepowski's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Celtics leading by 4. Here's Pritchard. Scoreless thus far. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Pass to Craig. Here's Pritchard, defended by George. Here's Tatum. Left side, Horford. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Pritchard. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Pritchard's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, he's a good passer at his position. The veteran Horford is all about doing what's best for the team.
It's George on the wing. There's the screen. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Sensabaugh's got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Pritchard, defended by George. And here is Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. No good from outside. Here's Sensabaugh. A 17-point game for him in the win against Washington. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 9.
Nice pass. What a heady play by Clarkson.
Celtics leading by 3. Here's Pritchard. Tatum on the wing. Tatum draws the double. Clarkson against Craig. The deep 3 from Tatum. Rebound, Utah. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
No, you're not going to lose many games shooting the percentage they did. That takes a disciplined effort.
Now, here's Clarkson, and the shot is good.
Oh, slick move by Clarkson, getting around that inside contact to finish the shot.
Here's Tatum, and then jammed down. He goes right over Colin Sexton.
I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Down low, here's Filipowski. Here's Sexton. Craig pulls it in.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Here's Pritchard. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Celtics passing it around. Here's Tatum. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. And it's a 5-point Boston lead.
Well, you know, there's still some value in the mid-range jumper, especially when it's Jason Tatum taking the shot.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 11. And Tatum over to help. On the wing, George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first.
You know, talking to Keontae George, he credits film watching for much of his success. I like that kind of element he brought up.
Yeah, they say he also spends a lot of time talking to veterans on the team, seeks advice from them and coaches. He's a real student of the game, and that has helped speed up the process for him.
Boy, a guy like that, coach, has got to be fun to coach.
Yeah, those are the guys you're looking for.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it, more than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. And George drops them both. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Now George, following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. George with the bounce pass. Collins setting the big for Sexton. Inside. And finish off by Collins.
Collins so active around the rim.
And so it's Holiday with it. They'll bring it up for the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Cornette. Now here's Porzingis. Trying to find White. Gets it to him. Porzingis sets the pick for White. Back to Porzingis. Takes a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Porzingis has got 5.
Well, the thing is, you got to be very careful when Porzingis gets that catch-and-shoot game working.
Pass to Collins. Here's the 3. And Boston with the rebound. White looking around. Outside Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on George. The shot by Holiday, no good. Jazz trail by 4. Sexton dishes to Collins. George against Holiday. Now here's George. He's guarded closely, and he makes good on the layup. George has got 4 points this quarter.
What a finish inside from George, showing he can handle physical defense.
Outside, White. And Holiday kicks to White. Fires from deep. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
George passes to Kessler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. After bursting onto the scene as a rookie, Coach Van Gundy, expectations certainly increased for Walker Kessler.
Yeah, and Kevin, I think he's handled those expectations well. He knows who he is. He's first and foremost a defensive rim protector and a rebounder. He's a rim runner on offense. He's a pick-and-roll guy, and he knows that he's got to continue to grow in the other areas. Well, where Kessler is elite is on the boards, and he's an excellent rim protector. Those two things alone will earn you minutes.
Collier, he's checked in for Keontae George. And the Celtics also making a change. Al Horford's checked in for Luke Cornette. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Horford, no luck.
Doesn't register as a block, and he did everything he wanted defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And Utah has possession, following the miss by Al Horford. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Here's Sexton. Outside Collins. Kessler is screen on Holiday to the middle with the clock winding down, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
That one on Horford.
Tight defense against Kessler, maybe a little too tight.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
He misses the free throw. Tillman, he's checked in for the Celtics. Second free throw, no good. And for the Jazz, the last few seasons, coach, have been a period of rebuilding.
Yeah, it has, Kevin. You know they acquired a lot of draft capital when they traded Gobert and Mitchell. And they've since drafted a lot of young talent and still have plenty of picks to work with.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. With the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Now, here's Brown. 6 points for him. Who's back up? And it's laid in by Holiday. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
And the deficit would be bigger if they hadn't been doing such a great job crashing the offensive glass this quarter.
Now Kessler. He has 5.
Celtics foul. Derek White. That's his first personal foul.
For Utah, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good for Markkanen.
Yeah, it's hard to remember that Markkanen had a slow start to his pro career because now he's a candidate for the 50, 40, 90 club almost every year.
Boston making a switch here. Hauser's checked in.
At the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Brown against Markkanen. Brown outside. 6 to shoot. Off target at the rim. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Celtics lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Jason Tatum. You have been rolling early. How did you get in that rhythm?
Just staying aggressive. Just continue to get in the gym and see some go in. It feels good to see them go in early. And so good to have us have a good start. Hopefully we keep it up.
Yeah, it was flowing great in that first half, Jay. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Hey there, everybody. Jason Tatum has put his stamp on this game, looking so dominant so far.
Excellent first half, scoring the ball, doing it efficiently. Dare I say, like one Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, of course, you shot a high percentage, Jack. All you did was just catch the ball and dunk it. Maybe a 3-foot jump hook. Maybe. No, you did a lot of other things. Okay, I'll let it go.
All right, fellas. Let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
This stretch could break their season, but it could also make their season if they step up.
When I was playing, I like these kind of games, to tell you the truth.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's Collier in at the one spot. And that's the group for Will Hardy as they begin the second half. Now, here's Markkanen. Clock at 6. Here's Collier, guarded by Holiday. Celtics leading by 4. Tatum passes to White. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Tatum. Three-pointer. The three is drilled by Tatum.
Yeah, no question. Tatum can take over a game at a moment's notice.
Here's Kessler. Outside, Markkanen. Sexton on the wing. Shoots over White. The shot by Sexton, no good. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And Holiday kicks to White. Over in the corner, Brown. And here's Tatum for 3. A rebound by the Jazz. Kessler's got his 5th rebound in this one. White against Sexton. Collins a screen on Holiday. Here's the teardrop. Outside for Sexton. And here's Collins from outside. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Porzingis passes to Tatum. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Tatum with another miss. Jazz trail by 7. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Now Collins. Outside, Markkanen. Here's Collier, guarded by Holiday. And it's Collier missing.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Here's Tatum. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Tatum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. free throw shooter. Such an important part of the NBA game. And as the two-guard position goes, these have been the best in the league over the last 10 games. Derek White, number 1.
And one of the benefits of being as fantastic at the free throw line as he is it allows him to be really aggressive at driving the lane.
Here's Collier, still without a basket. Sexton the pass to Markkanen. Casuar's screen on Brown. Here's Markkanen. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, and they're able to get their first bucket of the second half after 4 straight misses.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
That's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know, it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 5.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Pass to Collins. Here's Collier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Yeah, he was showing some muscle there. Markkanen is so tough to contain at times.
Here's White. They lead by 4. Brown outside. Porzingis with a screen on Markkanen. Down low. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And he's such a big guy. Porzingis can just power through a foul and convert with ease.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that 3-ball for these guys.
And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Now, here's Sexton. 5 points in the game. Markkanen can't get it to go. Tatum against Collins. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line? One shot.
Considered one of the best players in the game right now, Tatum is hungry to win titles to add to his growing legacy.
Now, here's Collins. That's where a screen on Brown. And Markkanen throws it down.
Strong
to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn ththings around.
Markkanen with the block.
Well, that's a great job by Markkanen, using his 7-foot frame. You forget how long he is.
Here's White. Porzingis trying to get free. White, good. White's got the lead up to 10 now for Boston.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now, here's Markkanen.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's averaging 19 points per game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
First free throw is good. And, Coach, you watch Markkanen. He's a perfect fit for today's NBA, isn't he?
Yeah, a big guy who can shoot the ball, Kevin. And, look, he's learned to put the ball on the floor, go to the basket. He's a lot stronger than people give him credit for. This guy can really play the game.
And Markkanen drops them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Celtics leading by 8. Tatum on the wing. He's guarded by Collins.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Sexton the pass to Collins. And here is Markkanen. Hits it from three-point range. Markkanen's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Porzingis can't hit. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jam. Trailing by 5. Sexton with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Pass to Collins. Shot from 16. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Collins has got 6 points.
Well, when the jumper is falling for Collins, it's a good sign for this offense.
Stolen by Markkanen. Outside, Sexton. Here's Collier. Left side, Collins. Over Tatum. Shot by Collins, no good. Boston leading by 3. Holiday finds Tatum. Jason Tatum making sure of that one.
Well, with his dribble moves, Tatum will get where he needs to go, and he's an outstanding finisher.
Spins. Outside Collins. No good on the triple.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Holiday, the pass to Pritchard. Back to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. There's the 3. The rebound by Collier.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Markkanen throws it down.
Markkanen is just such an effective scorer. He makes the most of his opportunities.
Outside Tatum. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Markkanen looking it over. Inside. High post, Kessler. He's against Porzingis. Outside Collins. For the tie. That one, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. better selections. You have to be set up for success.
So it's the Jazz now. It's a 5-point game. To the paint. Throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a 3-point play. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Well, Markkanen's put in the work, and he's got no trouble absorbing some content.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
1.
Free throw good for Markkanen.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
Here's Pritchard. Horford kicks to Brown. And the layup is good. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
And here's Clarkson. He's got 11. To the inside. Here's Filipowski. In time, he gets the jumper to fall. Filipowski's got 10.
Nice job by Clarkson moving the ball there. His coaches would like to see a little more of that.
On the wing, Brown. 10 points for him.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his first personal.
While there's a break, let's take a look at this past month's assist leaders among small forwards in the NBA. Jaylen Brown, 4th.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
Yeah, you can't teach the kind of vision that they have. Natural instinct to read the floor and find the open guy that they all possess.
And he can't get the first one.
An intriguing young talent. George's upside as a scorer is especially enticing.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Boston. And he sinks the second. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They've led by as much as 10.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Hauser. Yes! And the foul. It's on Jordan Clarkson.
Well, you got to foul Brown harder than this because he does convert well through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. The Jazz making a switch here. Martin's checked in.
What's up?
Free throw good from Brown. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Good on both. A minute 42 left to play here in the third. Brown outside. Outside, Horford. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Cornette. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by George. Utah trailing here. Clarkson with the ball. 11 points in the game. To the paint. A steal. To the left side wing. Here's Hauser. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
George looking over the floor. Here's Sensabaugh. Knocked loose. Here's Pritchard. Utah with the rebound. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Martin. Here's Sensabaugh. Shoots over Brown. And it's off the back rim. No good.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
Good on the bucket. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
And there is the improved ball handling of Brown. A strong finish.
Now, here's Clarkson. They set the pick for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Clarkson's got 14 points. What a performance from Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. They've got Torrey Craig. He's out there with Horford. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
Pass to Clarkson. Scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Well, looking for that point-blank opportunity. Clarkson wanted the highest percentage shot possible.
Tatum on the wing. Pass to Craig. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Pritchard. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Celtics lead by 7.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Inside, here's Sensabaugh. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Sensabaugh has gone 1 of 6 shooting so far. Down low. Throws it down, JT!
Exploding off the floor. Give Tatum room, and he will show off his athleticism at your expense.
Pass to Clarkson. A floater. And the rejection by Tatum. Here's Hauser. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hauser's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Here's Pritchard. Tatum with a screen on George. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Outside, George. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Celtics leading by 9. Here's Hauser. Can't hit from in close. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Pass to George. Back to Williams. Over Horford. Williams' shot is off. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Pritchard. Tatum with a screen on George. Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
George double-teamed. Nice ball movement by Utah. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Hands it from downtown.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Here's Pritchard. Boston, no good that time either.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Tatum against Clarkson. Shoots the 3. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Now George. After Filipowski. Outside, George. Clarkson with the ball. Guarded by Horford. Clarkson missing again. Celtics leading by 6. And here is Tatum. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. Shoots over Clarkson. Tatum no good.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
George scores in so many ways. That time he draws contact, but his focus doesn't waver.
Team foul. At the line for Utah, George. 1 shot.
That's good from George.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. The Jazz making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Austin also with the sub. Walsh is checked in. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here is Holiday. Here's Pritchard. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Well, the way Markkanen plays inside is exactly what that coaching staff wants.
At the line for the Jazz, Laurie Markkinen, taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Clarkson. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Outside Holiday. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's the Jazz with the ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Collins, a screen on Brown. Markkinen against Brown. Markkinen dishes to Collins. Puts it out to Markkinen to take the lead. The Jazz with another miss. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Pritchard. Brown deciding where to go with it. From past the arc.
3 points.
Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Here's Collier. Picked by Markkinen. Here's Collier, and he gets the bucket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Holiday finds Brown. Oh, and he jams it right over Lauri Markkinen. Wow.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Jazz trail by 5. Outside Collins. Pass to Markkinen. The Jazz working the ball around now. Sexton against Holiday. Sexton's shot is good.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit. But can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Here's Pritchard. Tatum kicks to Brown. Pocket 6. There's the triple. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, and there's his patience paying off. Brown waited until the right moment to go on the offensive.
Here's Collier. Sexton with a screen on Brown. Markkinen passes to Kessler. Back to Markkinen. Sexton with it. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Brown dishes to Tatum. There's a good screen. Lets the 3 fly. Utah with the rebound. Now here's Markkinen. Pass to Sexton. Here's Collier. There's the lob to Markkinen. Porzingis with the steal. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Here's Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum good for at least one highlight finish a night. This guy is box office.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Ed White checked in for Pritchard. Here's Collier. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
Now, here's Markkanen. Collins kicks to Sexton. 6 to shoot. Shoots over White. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Tatum's shot is off. For the Jazz, this one's not looking good. Sexton the pass to Collins. The rebound by Holiday. Celtics shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Tatum downhill. Takes it off the glass. Tatum's got 44.
Well, not just fast, but also precise. Tatum shows a lot of control on his drive.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Markkanen. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Boston leading by 10. Outside Tatum. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Tatum's got 47 points.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Now, here's Collins. Picked by Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. The shot missing. Here's Boston now. They're on a 15-4 run. Outside Tatum. And White kicks to Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Celtics.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they'd sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jason Tatum.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday. And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. The Celtics also changing it up. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Pritchard in for White.
The first thing that comes up when you think of Drew Holiday, defense. He's probably the best perimeter defender of his generation. He can guard multiple positions and gives full effort every night.
Celtics on offense. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Tatum passes to Cornett. Back to Tatum. Filipowski grabs the board. Now Clarkson. so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Jason. It was a struggle last time out, but tonight you were back on track. What was the difference?
You got to have a short-term memory. Sometimes shots just go in, but you always got to be aggressive and just make the right play.
You're like a cornerback in basketball. That's weird, but it got you a win tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that'll